So there's actually different frame rates you can use for different types of animations. And for me personally, I like to use lower frame rates for when people are talking, because if it's too high, it just looks like... So I usually like to go from 15 to 12. Sometimes I'll even do 10, but I'm gonna choose 12 for this video. So if you guys can see here, I'm on scene 35. That's kind of crazy, but when I say scene 35, it's more like a shot 35 for the film. So, okay, let's save it to my project files. And I'm gonna start. So now, here's where the magic happens, because if you're an animator, you probably want to like listen to music or something. You don't want to be having to play the audio each time. So what you can do is come in here and animate to this little puppet first. That it has kind of limited mouth movements, but it still works really well. So we can go in here. So we're gonna come click on this speech bubble. Can you keep the noise down? We're gonna come click on this speech bubble right here, and this is gonna give us a new like little puppet we can animate. So right now there's only actually 2 options. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be actually adding our audio in and then animating to it. What we gotta do is come click on this button right here, and this will let us drag in the file. I think it's this one, import audio. So now I can listen to my audio.
Me and your mother used to do this all the time before you were born.
Okay. So now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put our little Dr. Suck puppet in. So you see I clicked on this little CLSD. That is kind of like the letter. It's not exactly true, but it's rough. So if this is basically just the mouth shut, and this is like a mouth open. I use this for the A, like instead of this one. This is like a weird, this is like a ah, but this is like a good A. And obviously when you have your own puppets, you can like write notes to yourself, or you can just remember. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through until this one point, and then you can see the audio file, and you're gonna be like, okay, so what is he saying? So let's play it back.
Me and your mother used to do this all the time. Me.
So it's an M. So for an M sound, is your mouth opening? Yes, it's going me and your mother. So we're gonna start with this BPM, the second one. So it's actually gonna go, I don't know why this changed, but it's gonna go from here to here. So you see how it changes like that? Me. But I'm actually gonna change this. I'm actually just gonna start out with the M, because that'll look way cleaner. So then me, like this is an L, but for me it's more of a transition shot. And then we go here, we want it open. So we're gonna use a DTE for the E, or we could use DTE2. Both of them work. If you want to show like more teeth, obviously use DTE, the first one. So I'm thinking, I don't know, we could test out both of them. So me. So these actually don't look very different. So I'm gonna go for the second one because I want to see that transition. Me. And then it kind of goes on for a couple of frames, so we're gonna leave it like that.
Used to do this all the time before you were born. Me and your mother used to do this all the time before you were born.